Anyway, I am thrilled to be here. This is Judy McKee. I'm with McKee Consulting, LLC. You can find us on the internet. There are free tools there that you can click. You can check all of our blogs. You can look up our training outlines. And we would love to have you do that because we think that we bring something no one else brings to the training, which is why I believe we have been as successful as we have all these years. What we do is we bring principle into everything, you know, like promises, keep your promises, keep your agreements. Someone wrote a book about agreements years ago. I've been talking about that for 30 years. I loved it. I wish I had written the book, however. And we start every training with intention, which Wayne Dyer wrote a book on intention. The day that it hit the stores, about 27 people called me on the phone and sent me emails saying, Judy, you should have written this book on intention. No, I shouldn't. It was his book and he wrote it. I never wanted to write about intention because I absolutely think it's the hardest thing in the world to talk about. But yet our training includes intention, relationship, self-discipline, as well as the skill. If you have the first three things, then the skill gets easy. And if you are a trainer or a leader in a call center or with any group of people that you would like to train, we are available to train them. We are booked out. Right now we're booked out about 3 months. But people want the training that we have because it builds their self-esteem as well as their communication skills. So it does all the things that we all want to have. See, we don't want to have to tell people all the time what to do. What we really want is for people to know what to do. That is the real key. We want people to know what to do. And I believe that they do know what to do, and I believe that they will learn more, that they have all of our permission as leadership to do the right things. So here we go today. We're going to do our second quick fix on money. And what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to just review last week just a little tiny bit. I'm guessing my video is on. Very good. I see its red light is on. We are recording. And I am so delighted to be with all of you today on the second session. And what we're going to do here is we're going to learn today a second rule, but let's review, if you don't mind, let's review the first one just a little bit. I'll just say it. Always put the money in the middle. In other words, every time you speak about money, first you should say something, maybe a feature or a benefit, and then the price, and then a feature and or a benefit again. Because people can deal with it a little bit better if you put the money in the middle. Now, let's say that you put the money in the middle, and now you need to make sure that all of your agents are very comfortable speaking about the money. That's why we do all these rules about money. I mean, I have about 40 rules about money, but we put the most important ones down in our Llama to Go series, which you are welcome to go to our Llama training page and purchase the Llama to Go series. I think you could use it in your training programs wherever you are. There are, I believe, 4 videos, and they point these things out, but they do it so that you could use it in a training environment. So that if you wanted to show those slides while you trained your agents, or if you want to show those, they're 5 or 6 or 7 minute little videos about the rules for money. And you could do that, and that would be very nice. Not only that, it would make me feel like the llama's getting out there to the world. That is my purpose in life. And so today we're going to talk about the name game. Now the name game is very, very simple, and it looks like, well, duh, wouldn't everybody do that? Well, all you have to do is go back and do a little homework and listen to your calls and see that no, sometimes they do not use the name of the person in the same sentence with the money. Maybe they forgot the name of the person. Maybe they don't know the name of the person. Maybe they don't know how to pronounce the name of the person. There are lots of reasons why this happens. But I don't know, I don't know what the reasons are, but they have many reasons. So in today's session, we're going to learn to be more completely confident talking about money. This is our second session. And we're going to be able to discuss money or any issues about money anytime. You see, really and truly, money is an emotional thing. People think money is a thing. People think, of course, great teachers will tell you it's just something you use to pay for some other thing. And that's true on the physical level. But on the mental level, it's emotional. People think other people don't have enough money. People make decisions about their clients that this is too much money for their client. They make decisions about, should I charge this much or that much? All of the things that they do about the money end up or begin with the emotional piece about the money. I was brought up by a mother who never allowed us to discuss money. We never talked about money in our home. Now that may be the same for you. I don't know. If you never talked about money and your mother told you never discuss money, and my mother did, she said never talk about money outside of this home. Our money business is our money business. And no one is to know about it. And so, one, I didn't pay attention to the money situation at home. And two, I never talked to my friends about money. Although in high school, I didn't have very much money to spend, where lots of other girls seem to have money to spend. So it became, and it always was, an emotional issue. This is something that most businesses deny. They like to dial for dollars, or they like to make up all these kinds of things that are on the outside of us and never actually deal with the real situation, which is how money is emotional. And I want you to really get it, that in order to be at ease with any conversation about money, you have to know what your emotional feed is. What's going on with you emotionally. And when you can do that, the great part about that is that you can see that we don't run what other people think about the money. We think we know what they're thinking, but we don't, because it's emotional. I mean, we might know what they said, but we don't know the self-esteem level of the person who's talking to us, so therefore we can't decide for them what they're really thinking. But we always know what we're thinking, well, unless we don't pay any attention to it. So let's be at ease with any conversation about money. And the way you can be at ease with it is not to fight it, not to worry about it, not to deal with it in that way. So let's learn the name game today, because last time we learned about what I used to call rule number 2. The rule number 2 is put the money in the middle. I don't know why I started with it, but that's my right brain. What can I tell you? But there are 4 or 5 major rules that you need to know so that you can discuss money. But let's make it easy on our agents. Let's do that. Let's make it very easy for the agents to remember the rule and then to use the rule. Write it down. It's pretty simple, and I know that you'll be thinking, oh no, how important is that? Well, it's the most important thing to the agent, because the agent will create a safer environment for the customer when they use the customer's name. So use the name of the person you are speaking to in any sentence about money. That is the key issue in this particular session we're doing here today. Now you say, well, why? Why would we have to do that? Why is that important? Why should I listen for it? See, I would put it on the quality call check forms. I would say, use the name of the customer whenever. Well, actually, I would want my agents to use the customer's name whenever they're dealing with anything emotional. Anything emotional. It's just that this particular session is all about the money. But money is emotional, so therefore we do want to do that. People love to hear their own name. So it works because of a simple reason. People love to hear their name. Now you say, well, Judy, why is that? Why is that so important? If I were script writing a sentence that had the price or the money in it, I would be sure I had a blank line with a parentheses afterwards that said, put the name in here. Because I'll tell you why deeply it is, why the emotional part is so deep when you use someone's name. It's because people in the whole world, including you, including me, we are not acknowledged enough. Now, we are not magnificent people, or maybe we are. Let's say it another way. We are magnificent. We're just not superior. We're not better than somebody else. So meaning everybody is magnificent. Well, in that case, the person you're speaking to on the phone is also a good person and magnificent. And what you need to do is deal with them in a way that makes them comfortable when you have less risk. Make them comfortable, but you have less risk at the same time. That's why you put their name in it. They feel acknowledged. Someone knew who they were. Someone recognized that they were alive. Someone knew that they were important. Someone knew that they were cared about or what they did mattered. All those things happen just by putting the customer's name in any sentence about the money. And, you know, there's a big fat payoff in this. Thoughts and old fears about money make you less certain when speaking about money. So when you know how to talk about money, you will be more self-confident. Some of the old fears, maybe they all won't go away in one big lump quickly, but we could easily and kindly and sweetly and softly start talking about money a little bit. Start making money not the evil doer of the world. I mean, old fears about money need to disappear. You know, there's something that people don't seem to notice, or at least they don't notice in most of the classrooms I teach, is that fears are always specific. Fears are always specific. I'm afraid of that man, that client, that customer, that price, that day, that time, that phone call, the length of the phone call, the quality call checker. Fear is almost always specific. So, what could we do then to help ourselves when we start to fear talking about the money? Well, the first thing we do is understand that caring is general. You know, in my old training class, I remember I used to say, how did I used to phrase it? Helping the person purchase something is definite. You know, it's a goal. It has a beginning, a middle, and an end. But caring for them and service never ends. Someone never says to you, well, what is your job? And you say, service. And then you say, so I'm through. I served. Service goes forever. Well, so does caring. So caring and service go forever for your customer. So therefore, you need to always have your agents be thinking, really, I came here to care for them. You know, in the case of a donation, you know, donations are one of the hardest things. And I have someone very lovely and wonderful on the call today from one of the most wonderful places in the world. Scold me if I'm not supposed to mention it, but I mention it because I think everybody ought to get out their checkbook and send a check to St. Jude's Research Hospital in Memphis, Tennessee, because they do such glorious work. And if we could realize that their work never ends, I mean, they never finish their job. So when they are on the phone saying, trying to get more funds, more donations for St. Jude's, the agents need to feel like it's the most wonderful cause in the world, so I'm going to open the door and let this lucky person over there give to us. Because if I let that lucky person over there give it to us, they're going to get it probably returned to them tenfold. Or they're going to feel good. And so I would have opened the door to have them feel good rather than I'm trying to get their money. I would never think I'm trying to get their money. I would always think I'm trying to let them give me some. Because when they do that, they're going to feel good. And I will have done the right job to care for them and to care for serving them while they give to us, and I would be the catalyst if I were on the phone, between St. Jude's Research Hospital and the person over there doesn't know anything about what we do. I'm giving them an opportunity. I'm opening the door for them to be generous. I'm opening the door for them to give, and whenever they give, they will receive. So therefore, I would have that kind of mindset when I pick up the phone. That kind of mindset opens the doors for people to give you money. Now, by the way, the same thing is with sales. You know, the very same thing is in sales. When I have a product that someone could use, needs, will make their life work better and smarter and be more satisfying, then I have an obligation to ask for the order. Now, when I ask for the order, I might have to give them the price. And because I have to give them the price, I need to put the money in the middle so that they will be more comfortable with the price. And then I'm going to add to it a little bit by giving them, using them, and I will be assisting them because I'm going to also use their name in the same sentence about the money, because if I do that, they will be more comfortable. And by the way, the agent will then begin to feel more comfortable that they're doing the right thing, and confidence will be gained by everybody. There's something that I read once that knocked me out, and I've never, ever, ever not known this. And neither have you. Nothing real can be threatened. Therefore, if I'm real and I'm sincere and I'm authentic and I mean what I say when I say I want you to be helped by this product or service, and I mean it, I'm not just saying it because I have the job. I'm not just saying that because my boss made me say it. I'm not saying it because I have a script in front of me. I'm saying it because I think this product is good. And because we are always all connected all the time, even though we might not notice it, that being real can never be threatened. Not ever. All right, let me change the slide now. So it's really as easy as 1, 2, 3. So you need to make it easy for your agents, all of you who are trainers and coaches, and you need to write it out for them at first maybe. Mr. Jones, you can take advantage of this service for only $18 a month per agent. Mrs. Jones, Mr. Jones, Jack. I love the name Jack. You'd think I'd have somebody around me named Jack. Jack, you know, you can take advantage of this service. It's only $15 per agent per month. And then you can have all of the training. It's going to make your job so what? Easy. So you see what I'm doing is showing you that there's a benefit there and it needs to go in the sentence. And if I had the price, it goes in the middle. And if I know their name, I use their name. It is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Now your homework is to go back and look if you're using scripts, which I hope you're not, unless you're teaching them to memorize them. Or you look at your scripts. I'll review your scripts, by the way. If you want your scripts looked at, all you have to do is send them to me, and I will take a look and tweak them for you. If it's a big, big deal, of course, I will charge you for it. I mean, you know, it costs money to work. But the point here is you can go now today, and you can listen in to 10 phone calls. And when you do, notice, does your agent put the money in the middle between a feature and a benefit? And does your agent use the name of the customer or the client in that same sentence to be sure that that customer is acknowledged? Now you've got to watch out. You don't want to teach them that way. I know you've heard it where people say, well, Judy, would you like to do that? And Judy, would you like to come over? And Judy, would you like, you know, they say my name so many times that I know it's phony. It's like Goldilocks. You know, you have to do it just right. But for sure, the name goes in any sentence about the money. Now, if you're giving someone a service fee, you use it. If you're giving them a purchase price, you use it. If you're giving them a way to save money, you do it. If you're offering them a discount, you do it. If you're giving them a quote or an estimate, you also do it. This rule goes with anything, any terms, anything at all about money. And why? Because of what I said earlier. Even though you think it might be the price or the savings or the discount or the quote or the service fee, it's actually emotional. That person is taking your advice and it's going through that emotional filter that they have. So here's an example with the money and the name in the same sentence. This will save you some serious money, Kelly. That discount is 20%, saving you about $100, as well as free shipping. This is a llama when speaking about money. The only thing left here is the question. Now we're doing the question in another session because that question is paramount and very important, how we ask it, how we use it, and what we do about it. But as you can see, this is a perfect llama. Llama means listen, acknowledge, make a statement, ask a question. Now maybe this person here had asked, do I save any money, or how much does it cost, or where do I get it, or do I have to pay for shipping? The customer may have asked one of those questions prior to us writing this. I don't know. I just made up this sentence so that you would see that I would have heard something from the customer. I don't know what that is under the listen piece. Let's say they said, how much is it? And we would say, well, the best news about that is this is going to save you some serious money, Kelly. That discount is 20%, and it's saving you about $100, as well as free shipping today. And then I'm going to ask for the order, of course. So it really is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm done for today. Hey, I did well. Got it in 20 minutes, almost. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Now you have to have some homework. All right, you do have to have some homework. So what I want you to do is I want you to look and to write yours out, or go listen to people. Go find out what they're saying. See if you can open the door for them, all right? You know, there are so many rules about money, and you want to be sure that you do what it takes to help your agents to talk about it. Anything that relaxes them a little bit to talk about it is a good thing. Your numbers, your attitude, your customer satisfaction scores, your sales, and your joy at doing your work will increase. And that's a promise. And we always keep our promises. So before you go, I have a couple of last-minute things. I want to put something here in terms of what I want you to start thinking internally a little bit. I put the picture of the little llama out there. That was on Thanksgiving, and he had a little pumpkin pie. And then in the back it says, live with intention. And I wrote here, and I'm going to stand on this, money is not the root of all evil. It doesn't even say that, by the way, in the Bible, if that's what you're quoting. No, it doesn't say that. Go look it up and find the real sentence that's in the Bible. But money itself is not the root of all evil. There is no devil in it trying to get you. There is only our emotional thoughts about money. So what I want you to really think about and be very steady about is the idea of teaching your agent how to really, really, really think about money. Okay? Make it easy. Follow some simple rules. We're just giving you the 4 or 5 major ones. They are in the, I don't know why everybody doesn't buy the Llama to Go series that's on our Litmos page, because if I were a trainer, I would love to have that in the training room. I would really enjoy having that and say, okay, let's hear what Judy McKee has to say about this, and make it really, really easy. Right now it's only $67. It's so cheap. I mean, really, it's very inexpensive for you, and you could go on our Llama training page and purchase it for your company and use it in your training programs. We would love you to do that, because that's what our business is all about, is making your life easier. So we want to do that. All right, everybody, I'm going to say goodbye for today. Now, I better give you a little warning, since most of you come every session. One, I am going to record this. I did record it. And what I'm going to do with that recording is I'm going to put it up on YouTube, and that way you can look at it and see it again. The next thing is next week I'm supposed to do the question one, but I think I have a speaking engagement, you know, where they actually pay me money. And therefore I might not be here. So you could look for your date and see possibly that I will skip a week and be here the week after that. I'm not sure about that yet because you know how these clients are. They wait till the last minute. And I never want to let them down. All right, it's been wonderful being here with you today. So far we have 2 rules. Use the name of the customer in any sentence about money, and 2, put the money in the middle, in between a feature and a benefit. Till next time, this is Judy McKee saying give us a call. The phone number is right there on the page, 818-945-5141. And of course, I kind of lazy on Fridays, but otherwise I'm here to serve you almost all the time. All right, thank you very much. I'll hope to see you next time. Tell all your friends, go to our Facebook page, sign up with us on LinkedIn and Instagram, because Sally and our wonderful Jenny, who is our biggest support person in the world, she's putting stuff up there for you all the time. All right. I hope you have a great weekend. I have. See you later. Bye-bye.